Hello everybody, this is Dr. Novak. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. If you remember, I showed this antique aquarium after I cleaned it out, and this is after 1 month of cleaning it out of growth, which I thought was pretty good. But the next photograph shows the aquarium 2 months after cleaning it out, and you will see a big difference in just 2 months' time. Of course, the aquarium is using CO2, which helps the growth rate of the plants. But basically, this video isn't about this antique aquarium. It's about a letter I received here from Louiz. And he's from the United Kingdom, and I'll get into that right now. Okay, before I get into that, I just want to let everybody know that I took down the lanai aquarium, the goldfish aquarium in the lanai. It has already been swooped up. It's gone. Somebody took it. Like I said, it first come, first served basis on my free aquariums. The fellow that took it was very happy to get it. So I got the 125-gallon tank. All I have to do, I got the stand. I got a metal stand instead of the wood stand. Everybody says the wood stands are garbage, so I got a metal one. I will do a whole tutorial video on that, letting everybody know how I set it up. But anyway, you're looking at an aquarium right here. It belongs to Louiz. And he wrote me a letter. And this is his aquarium. And I'm going to read to you about him setting up his aquarium and what he has to say about it. And of course, he starts out there, Dr. Novak. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Louiz, writing from the UK. And I wanted to extend my heartfelt thanks for sharing your theories on anoxic filtration. Ever since I built a system inspired by your work, I had zero issues with my fancy goldfish, even in an overstocked tank. It's been a game changer, significantly reducing the stress and complications I used to face with hospital tanks. Previously, I struggled with treating multiple diseases and having to treat in a single hospital tank. Despite water changes weekly, often losing fish despite my efforts, since implementing the anoxic filtration just a month ago, my fish's health has stabilized from day one. I've gone from doing multiple water changes a week to just once a week. My telescope eye, who had persistent cloudy eyes and fin rot when I bought it home from the pet store, showed dramatic improvement. Its eyes cleared up within a couple of days. Although I had treated the fin rot before setting up the anoxic system, the cloudy eyes remained stubborn until I adopted your concept. The transformation has been remarkable. I also felt the constant water changes were causing distress. Since then, I've added a couple more impulse buys as I fell for them, yet all still healthy. Initially, I thought it might be too good to be true, and in some ways, I still feel that way. I've blended your concept with a few modifications and would love your thoughts on whether I've taken the right approach. Even though things seem great so far, I suppose I'm just a bit paranoid about what might happen months down the line. Due to space constraints in my small terrace cottage, I couldn't use BCB baskets externally. Instead, 3 internal filters were used. A large spun filter with a base basket of ceramic beads, a UV built-in filter with ceramic, zeolite, and sponge water softener pebbles, and another filter with clay beads, sponge, and peat beads. I explored various theories, including yours and Father Fish's, and was intrigued by the methods of clay and Father Fish's deep substrate. My setup includes 1 layer going from the bottom up, as we're looking at the photograph that he sent me, ceramic beads, plenum base, kitty litter and zeolite, live bacto clay powder sprinkled, tinted clay, collected near an old ironwork furnace in Wales along Anajay River. One thing to make mention that little bit of history here. Anage is a word coming from the Italians. It's actually an Italian name because there is an Italian river named the same but spelled differently. And of course, what a lot of people don't understand about that whole area was that the Romans actually went up to that area and built roads and everything else. And that was in, I think, 55 BC to 480. And it was the Romans that actually showed the English how to build roads and stuff like that in the United Kingdom. So that's a little bit of history that people don't know about the United Kingdom and that area. That actually, it was Rome that had that whole area for quite a few hundred years. So anyhow, let's get on. It's, let's see, alongside, it's mixed with active volcanic substrate soil to make it less dense and not so compact, breaking the thickness of the natural clay river mud, plus added nutrients of a volcanic soil, a thin layer Bacto plus clay powder, topped with a generous fine sand cap to hold it all down and stop uprooting of the goldfish from digging. A Plenum gas tube extended to the water level. I was worried about any other nutrients or poisonous gas developing to be dissolved too much in the water column, but it is bubbling through slowly and breaking at the surface edge. So I don't know. I think maybe that's those bubbles in the background. I'm not 100% sure. If we can see in the photograph his tube coming up, it looks like it's pretty well hidden. Anyhow, my telescope goldfish, previously plagued with a cloudy eye and severe fin rot, now has clear eyes and regrown fins. All my fish are energetic with no buoyancy issues, no lesions, skin issues, and their colors are now bright. Better than how they came from the pet store, actually. Plants doing so well without any additional spot inoculation of nutrients. It's honestly remarkable. It has been 1 month now. So it's a relatively new tank, but pretty good for a relatively new tank, I would say, that he already has so many goldfish. From the picture, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 goldfish that I can see. Maybe even more. I don't know. I see 4 goldfish. Okay, my water parameters are consistently 0 ammonia, parts per million, nitrite, 0 parts per million, nitrate consistently 5 parts per million, even after a week without water changes. pH is 8.2. He's trying to lower the pH. I would tell him, don't worry about the pH in goldfish, okay? If you have an 8.2, don't worry with goldfish. They don't seem to be one of those kind of fish that are real delicate with pH. So the best thing to do, I would say, is leave the pH alone. If it's 8.2, it's 8.2. GH is 19 over 320 parts per million, result of unable to lower pH. Like I said, don't worry about it. And temperature is 24 degrees centigrade or 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Today I use water softener resin beads in a pillow bag. I've showed people that on my videos. Similar concept to your BCB bag, but in my internal filter after seeing your video. Okay, so he did watch the video on using softening pillow beads. I also do Seachem Gold Trace. I want to do more for them as I do want to prolong their life. Surely with 8.2 pH, although constant, I can be healthy long term. We'll see how my pillows work. At the moment, I am still doing over a 50% water change weekly, even with low nitrates, purely because of posts mentioning to replenish lost nutrient goldfish needs. Recently, I have acquired a Hulix Booster Mineral Crystals. Hulix, I'm not sure about that. That must be a UK brand or something like that. Given the stable nitrate levels and healthy fish, I'm wondering, is it safe to experiment with water changes only when nitrates rise. I would say if your nitrates aren't rising, I would do a water change at least, with goldfish, I do a water change at least once a month, just to be safe, because you have goldfish. Could I rely on nutrients, gold trace, and mineral dosing, Holix booster minerals, and reduce the frequency of water changes? I would say, yeah, try either doing water changes of every fortnight, and if that seems to work, maybe you can go to once a month and see which one turns out better for you, every fortnight or every once in a month with your goldfish. And so far, everything is crystal clear, odorless, and stable. You probably will get some green spots in the front of the glass only because of your light. Imagine our images are from today. So the pictures that he showed me are from today. Clear, healthy looking layers, nothing that I can see out of the ordinary. Still, I wonder, have I done anything that might cause issues later? I'd be incredibly grateful for your insight. Warm regards, Louis. Okay, Louis. Yeah, I would say let it go, Louis. Eventually, it is going to start growing. You'll see on the glass, especially with the sand and all, you'll probably start getting some brown algae, but that's normal. It's coming from your lights coming down through the glass and doing it. But the layers that are away from the glass should be just fine. But like I said, change it to every fortnight and then maybe go with the water change once a month for your goldfish. Just be careful and watch them and make sure they're doing well. So anyhow, I wanted to do this video to let everybody see what Louis is doing in the United Kingdom. And I think he's doing okay so far. This can give ideas to people. And like I said, I have the 125-gallon tank, and I will be setting it up. I will be doing videos on it. But with the 125-gallon, I'm just going to use normal under-gravel filters. That's another thing I want to bring up. Under-gravel filters seem to be real hard to get now. It seems like there seems to be a short supply. So at least I'm having trouble getting them. But luckily I don't have to buy any, but I just noticed they're hard to get if you order them. Seems like Amazon is not shipping them. But anyway, that's all for this video. This is Dr. Novak. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, happy fish keeping.